Hello everyone, welcome to the third session of Unit 1 for the course Data Analytics. This is Ranjit Gawande. We will take a quick review of what we have learned in the previous session. So just try to recall from the second session that big data ecosystem and how the concept of ecosystem will help us to learn 6 phases of data analytic life cycle more clearly. Here you can see the summary of session 2. In session 2, we had discussed the big data ecosystem and seen the new analytical architecture. We have also described the 6 phases of data analytic life cycle. Can you remember or recall all the 6 phases of data analytic life cycle? Okay, let me tell you again. The first one is data discovery. Second one is data preparation. Third one is planning of the data model. Fourth one, data model execution. Fifth one, communication of result. And the last, operationalization. So there are 6 phases which we can again discuss in today's session, but in some different manner. I again congratulate the student who have successfully solved, and many of you had submitted it as an assignment. Today we will address the question number 2B that demonstrate the overview of data analytic life cycle. Here you will see this question, demonstrate the overview of data analytic life cycle. This question carries 5 marks and it is asked many times in university examination. So the contents of today's session. Today we will discuss in brief about the overview of GINA. Then we will proceed to discuss 6 phases of life cycle that are applicable for the GINA case study, and at the end we will learn about some other case study such as Yoidyne Bank. Kindly note that this video lecture contains some focus question that you have to solve and submit to our Google Classroom. The next is overview of GINA. In today's lecture, you will find 2 frequently used short names. First one is GINA, which stand for Global Innovation Network and Analytic, while the second is EMC. The EMC is an American multinational company located in Texas, United States. The Dell EMC sell data storages, then analytics solution, as well as they provide the computing, cloud computing, and some other products. EMC founded in 1979 by Richard Egan, Roger Marino, and John Curley. So the first alphabet of these 3 founders' surname is abbreviated as EMC. That means Egan, E, Morgan, M, and Curley, C. That is abbreviated as EMC. Before I start the topic, let me tell you the overview of GINA. How GINA was developed and made a benchmark among the data analytics community. That is very interesting part. The EMC, Global Innovation Network Analytics, is a team. It is not a single employee or the single scientist. There will be a team, or you can call a group of senior technologists located in Center of Excellence, popularly known as the COES, and their offices found around the world. The aim or the objective is that the team should be engaged with almost all the CEO across the world to drive innovation practices as well as some research methodologies, and making the partnership with various universities. In 2012, a new policy was developed which improved these activities and provide a mechanism to track and analyze the information related to the research activity. Apart from that, this team create a robust mechanism for capturing the result as well as informal conversation with other leaders in the organization. Thus, it could be a mind for further insight or the pattern in data. The policy of GINA team is that ideas should be shared globally and increase the knowledge sharing among the GINA members who may be separated geographically. For that purpose, they plan to create a data repository containing both structured and unstructured data to accomplish the three goals. What are these three goals? First one is the store and formal informal data. Second one is track research from the global technologist. And last goal is mine the data for the pattern and get insight to improve the team's operation and the strategy. With this goal or the intention behind the GINA case study is that how a team applied the data analytics life cycle to analyze and innovation of data at the EMC. The innovation is typically a different concept to measure, but this team wanted to look for various analytical methods to identify the key innovators within the company. Next, we will see the life cycle of GINA. The GINA life cycle again containing the 6 phases, but to understand clearly the 6 phases involved in GINA, we must know the background of DA life cycle and its overview and key role of a successful analytical project. So we saw that the data analytic life cycle is designed specifically for the big data problem and data science project. This life cycle has 6 phases. For most of the phases in life cycle, the movement can be either forward or backward. This iterative approach of the life cycle allows the team members to move forward and may return to the earlier stage of the project with the new information which was earlier uncovered, and team members learn more about the various stages of the project. Now we will see the diagram of the life cycle. Here you will see all the 6 phases that are connected with each other in some iterative manner. The team members learn new things in each phase. Sometimes the team members need to go back and refine the work done in a prior phase based on the new insight, or you can say the new sense about the data that have been uncovered for the data. For this reason, it is indicated by a cycle. It can be indicated by a cycle. So the circular arrow conveys iterative movement between the phases until the team members have sufficient information to move to the next phase. Now we will start with this first, that will be a discovery. In discovery phase, the team began with identifying data sources. As we know that GINA is a group of technologists, particularly skilled technologists in many different aspects of the engineering. It had some data and idea about what it want to explore. For that purpose, the team is created like a business user, project sponsor, project manager, vice president. This vice president from the city office. CTO means the Chief Technology Officer. The second is Business Intelligence Analyst. They are the person from the IT, that is the Information Technology Engineering. Then the data engineers and the database administrator, popularly known as the DBA, they are again the representative from the information technology. And most important is data scientists. They are distinguished engineer who also develop the social graph for the GINA case study. The project sponsor, that is the mainly deal with social media and blogging to accelerate the collection of innovation and research data worldwide, and to motivate team of the volunteer data scientists at worldwide location. The data scientists tend to be passionate about the data, and the project sponsor was able to tap into this passion of highly talented people to accomplish the challenging work in a creative way. So this is the things associated with the discovery phase. Now we will proceed for the data preparation phase. What are the things that can be carried out in data preparation phase? In the data preparation phase, the team members with its IT department team mates starts setting a new analytic sandbox to store and experiment on the data. During the data exploration, the data scientist and the data engineer begin to notice that certain data needed conditioning and normalization. Also, the team found that several missing data sets were critical for the testing of the analytics. Here, testing of the analytic means the hypothesis. Now, the team explored the data, found that it is did not have a good quality. Then it would not be able to perform the subsequent steps in a life cycle process. As a result, it is important to determine what level of data quality and cleanliness is sufficient for the project being undertaken. This is very important thing. In the case of GINA, the team discovered that many of the names of the researchers and the people interacting with the universities were misspelled. They are not written in a proper manner or had some white spaces in data store. Such small problem in data had to be addressed in this phase to enable better analysis, and data aggregation is carried out over here. Next, we will see the model planning phase. Hope you understand what are the things that are carried out in data preparation phase. So let's start with the model planning. The model planning is the third step. If the team members are not satisfied with the previous phase, they can go back again to the previous step and carried out the misspelled spelling and the unstructured data again. So now we will proceed for the third one, that will be the model planning. In model planning, the study included the consideration, some important consideration they had carried out. For much of the data set, it is feasible to use social network analysis technique to look at the network of the innovators. In other cases, it was difficult to come up with appropriate way to test hypotheses due to the lack of data. While in some cases the team takes decision to initiate a process of collecting the information about an individual group that may gather over a long period of time. The study begin tracking data points over the time regarding the people developing a new intellectual property. In the world everywhere, the researchers contribute the new researches and the whatever the documents they are created, it's called the intellectual property of that researcher. This process is called longitudinal study. For this purpose, the longitudinal study, the team needed to establish a goal, or you can say the criteria for that study. Generally, it needed to determine the end goal of the successful idea and had traversed the entire journey. The parameter related to the scope of the study included the considerations such as identify the right milestone to achieve this goal, trace how people move idea from each milestone toward the goal, and once this is done, trace the idea that die and trace others that reach to that goal, and compare the journey of ideas that make it and those that do not. Then finally compare the time and outcome using few different methods depending on how the data is collected and assembled. This could be as simple as the t-test, or perhaps involve some different types of classification algorithm. Soon we will cover these various hypothesis testing method and classification algorithm in upcoming session. Now next we will see the phase number 4, that is model building. In model building, that will be a fourth phase. Here you will see the model building. In model building, we will call, there are several analytical methods were employed. These include work by the data scientist using natural language processing, popularly known as the NLP. The techniques on the available textual description. This text contain the innovation roadmap and some ideas. In addition, he may conducted some social network analysis using R language and R Studio. Then he developed social graph and visualization of the network of the communication related to the innovation using R's ggplot package. Example of this work is shown here. Here you will see how the visualization is created using the R language. There are two social graphs shown over here that represent the relationship between the ideas submitted. The idea submitted indicated by the blue dots, and the idea which is finalist can be indicated by orange dot. Here you will see these some orange dots. So each color represent an innovator from the different country. Here you will see in a second social graph, there are geographically located different researchers who can contribute their work, and they are connected through the GINA life cycle with the initiative of the EMC. So these are the certain researchers who are spread globally, and they are connected through the social graph. The large dots with red circle around them is represented the hub. This is the hub. Here you will see the hub. So this hub represent person with high connectivity and the high betweenness score. Here few examples that shows the betweenness rank between this group. The cluster here, the cluster contains geographic variety. which is critical to prove the hypothesis about geographic boundaries and its spanning. One person in this graph has an unusually high score. This one unusually a very high score when compared to the rest of the node in the graph. The data scientist identified this person and run query against his name with the analytics sandbox. The output of this action produce some interesting information about this research scientist. How important he was within his business unit and across many other areas of the company worldwide. Next, hope you understand the importance of data visualization in data analytic lifecycle. Now it is time to appear for a focus question. Now the focus question is, you have to select the appropriate option is most widely used visualization packages in R. Your time start now. Hope you have selected the correct option. Next, we will see the phase 5, that is the communication of result. In communication of result, that will be the phase number 5. Here you will see that is again it is an iterative process. From the phase 4, if the phase 4 is not satisfied, then it goes back, and again the things that are carried out again over here, and then result will be fed to the phase 5. Now in communication of result, the project considered as a successful in identifying the hidden innovator. What exactly the meaning of this statement? The team involved in data analytic project found several ways to reject the result of the analysis and identifying the most impactful or relevant finding. The project may be considered as successful on the basis of identifying the boundaries of the project span and hidden innovators. As a result, the CTO, that is the Chief Technology Office, launched longitudinal study to begin data collection efforts and track innovation result over longer period of time. One of the key findings from the project is that there was a large possibility and high density of the innovator in the city Cork. The Cork city is situated in Ireland country. Each year EMC hosts an innovation contest open to employee to submit their innovative ideas that will drive the new value for the company. Next, we will see the 6th phase of the GINA case study, that is the operationalize. In operationalize is the last phase, that will be the phase number 6. Here in operationalize, the team communicate with the benefits of the project, but in practice deployment was not really discussed. In this last phase, the study notes, or you can say the meeting of minutes and the project presentations are filled in some sandboxes that creates EMC's innovation culture. The key finding from the project include these, that exactly the CTO office and the GINA need more data in future, including a marketing initiative to convince people to inform the global community on their innovation and the research activities. Some of the idea is sensitive, and the team need to be consider security and the privacy related to the data, such as who can run the model and who can see the result. These are certain security aspects. In addition to running the model, a parallel initiative need to be considered or need to be created to improve the basic business intelligence activities such as dashboard, or you can say the reporting sheets, as well as the queries on the research activities that are carried out world. A mechanism is needed to continually re-evaluate the model after the deployment. Assessing the benefit is one of the main goal of this stage. What is the main goal? Assessing the benefit, as it defining a process to develop the model as per the requirement. I hope that you understand clearly how innovative practices are carried out at EMC Jina case study. At the end of this session, we will see what other analytic case studies are openly available to learn the phases of life cycle. So this is the one case study. The case study name as Yoadin Bank. To understand the Yoadin Bank scenario, let's see the bank developed from a small community bank to a global bank, and now need to move away from its legacy mainframe to an environment that support more robust analytics. With a growing through mergers, or you can say the acquisitions, they want to be grow, and also they want to increase the customer base and increase the product offering. To achieve this, as per the life cycle, we need to begin with phase 1, that is the discovery phase, in which the business problem is framed. In phase 1, we are framing the problem. The problem can be framed as how do we identify churn or not churn for a customer. After that initial hypothesis, transaction volume and type acting as a key predictor of churn rate. Thus, in next phase, that is the phase number 2, that is called data preparation. Here, the 5 months of customer account history will be analyzed. In model planning phase, that is the phase number 3, in which logistic regression model used to identify most influential factors for predicting the churn. The next phase is model execution. In this 4th phase, we apply the model on the available data set. In the 5th phase, known as result and the key finding phase, the outcome produces such as once the customer stop using their account for gas and the groceries, they will soon close their account. So that is the findings. In the final phase, that is the operationalized phase, produces the business impact. The final result or the conclusion is that if we can target customer who are highly risk for churn, we can reduce the customer strength by 25%. This would save $3 million loss of customer revenue and avoid $1.5 million in new customer acquisition cost each year. Hope there are few certain other case studies from which you can learn the data analytic life cycle. Now we will summarize what we had discussed in today's session. The summary of today's session is that in this lecture we have discussed the data analytic life cycle, and we learn how this approach will applicable for managing and executing analytic project. We have also described the 6 phases of data analytic life cycle, that is data discovery, data preparation, planning of the data model, and then data model execution, then communication of the result and operationalization. So these are the things we had learned today. In next lecture, we will discuss about the unit number 2, that is the data analytic method, basic data analytic method. The fundamental associated with hypothesis testing, as well as the difference of means and some test like Wilkinson ransom test are available in the book Data Science and the Big Data Analytics. You can take a review of these fundamentals. Thank you. You can post your queries at the forum of Google Classroom. Thank you. Have a nice day.